Right, guys, Arsenal have just beaten Leicester by 2 goals to 0. And yeah, it was a fairly simple performance, I think, from Arsenal. I think once again Leicester showed their defensive frailties on multiple occasions that have really limited their success this season in general. I think in the Premier League, obviously. Uh, yeah, the corner that Arsenal scored from, it was a brilliant corner from Martinelli, really well whipped in with pace, and a fairly simple header from Party, and really poor defending from Leicester. Um, Now, I think you can point the fingers at individual players if you want for the corner, um, and say that they were at fault for it. But I think, as much as I do like Brendan Rodgers as a manager, I like the way he sets his teams up in attack. Not so much defensively, but definitely in attack. He is a very good attacking coach. Um, and yeah, defensively, he's not great. And defensively, Leicester aren't great, which makes sense. Uh, as this season, they have been poor defensively as a team at times, and it was far too easy for Thomas Partey to get his head on that cross from Martinelli. Yeah, made it 1-0. And Thomas Partey also hit the post before the first half was over. He had quite a good first half in attack, to be honest. It was a good effort as well. The ball fell to him at the edge of the box, and he put a lot of curve on it, not a lot of power, but unfortunately it hit the outside of the post. So very close to scoring again. And yeah, Arsenal did get a second through a penalty that took about 3 or 4 minutes to decide. Now, to be fair, I can completely understand why the ref didn't give it first time, because it was a handball from Soyuncu. The ball, once Schmeichel saved it, and it fell to... who did it fall to? It might have been... Who was it? I've got a feeling it was either Lacazette or Saka. Or it might have been Thomas Partey. And they tried to head it towards goal, didn't get the cleanest contact. But you can clearly see Soyuncu put his arm in front of the header of the ball, and the ball definitely brushes his hand as it goes past, and Luke Thomas did quite well to clear it off the line. I think Luke Thomas would have cleared it off the line regardless if it had not touched Soyuncu's hand, because there was virtually no pace on the header. And yeah, so it was a handball, though. His hand was definitely not in a natural position, and VAR made the right call by getting the referee to overturn it. Who was the referee? I think it was Anthony Taylor. And yeah, made the correct decision to overturn it. Lacazette stepped up to take it and put it in the top corner. And Schmeichel was moaning about Lacazette's run-up. And I can't really understand why, because I think... I know it's annoying for goalkeepers when players do a little stutter or something in the run-up, but the rule about the retaken penalty, if a player does the stutter, is literally if the player takes it to the extreme and fully stops. Lacazette, what he does is he runs up to the ball, stops for a fraction of a second, and sort of like jolts his body and then kicks it. So it's like 3, 2, 1, dog, go. Ah, just hit my shoulder. That looked nice. That one hurt a little bit. Anyway, back to the game. I'll try and continue. Yeah, Leicester didn't really create that much today. They were missing having Jamie Vardy up front. On the few occasions they managed to get forwards in attack, there was just some poor decision making from the one that stands out to me was probably James Maddison, where they had 3-on-2. I think it was Maddison, Dewsbury Hall and Albrighton, Albrighton is in acres of space on the right hand side. Maddison, all he needs to do is get his head up and pick him out. But what Maddison does is he dribbles forward at, I think it was Ben White and Gabriel, and keeps his head down. And by the time he plays it to Albrighton, the space is gone, and Albrighton has to take the shot first time and go straight into Ramsdale's arms. Ramsdale did make a very good save first half, though. I say a very good save. It was a good save, but Ramsdale's one of them goalkeepers who absolutely loves making a save for the camera. The ball was nearly at full arm's length away from him, and it had a bit of pace on it, to be fair. So it was a good save, but the dramatics he put on it to like full on to get the ball was a bit unneeded, but fair enough. He saved it, I guess. This is the best Arsenal team I've seen. I'm tempted to say since I started watching football, but there have been a couple of other decent Arsenal teams. I remember the one in 2016 that had Ozil, Sanchez, Aaron Ramsey, Olivier Giroud, Theo Walcott. So that was a decent team. Santi Cazorla as well. However, they weren't great defensively. If you took Laurent Koscielny and Per Mertesacker out of that team, they were struggling. So it's between them two, I think. But yeah, this is definitely the most exciting Arsenal team, purely because of the amount of youth that is in the team. Like Bukayo Saka is an amazing player. Martinelli was very good today and looks like a really good player as well. But the one who's impressed me recently a lot is Martin Odegaard, because I thought 40 million in the summer. I thought he wasn't ridiculously good at the end of last season, so I thought that was a bit of a gamble. I thought they've already got Smith Rowe in that position. Do they really need Odegaard? But he's proved himself to be a completely different player to Smith Rowe, for one. His game's more about his vision than Smith Rowe. I think Smith Rowe's more of a goal scorer and a dribbler than Odegaard, whereas Odegaard can just pick out a pass that you struggle to even see on the TV. From like the first person, he can make a brilliant pass. And yeah, Partey and Xhaka both played well in midfield today. Xhaka, there's a bit of I think, a misunderstanding that a lot of football fans have when they give their opinion on him. He is a good footballer, but he just has the occasional game where his decision making can be terrible. He can be far too rash and like reckless as well. It's his problem every now and again. But other than that, he's quite a good midfielder for Arsenal. But yeah, and Lacazette as well, even though he hasn't been getting goals lately, he's still been very important to the way Arsenal play. And if I was in charge of Arsenal, I would be trying to get him to sign another contract or try and extend it for another year or two yet. Because I think as well, he's improved since Aubameyang's left as well. I think that's fair to say. So yeah, I'd probably try and get him to extend his contract. And yeah, that's pretty much all I've got to say. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.